Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. The print above yesterday's high suggests that the E wave here is still in the making. Explored with you yesterday the idea that the E wave could be finished here. Again, what we're doing here right now is we're just looking at the micro level. This is just purely trying to figure out the waves within a triangle. That's something a lot of people avoid to do, and to be honest, it's also not the most reliable exercise. We do it here because a lot of people are interested in learning how to label subwave counts, or generally wave counts. This year, anything that we do within the scope of the triangle is only of temporary nature. The reason is we are within a corrective pattern. In a corrective pattern, you need to change your count all the time, because situation changes, the context changes, the market hasn't made up its mind yet. And it's often best to know just the true invalidation points. And the true invalidation point of the triangle is 30,050. A break above 30,050 will officially invalidate the triangle and highlight that, okay, it's probably not a triangle here in which this B wave is unfolding. It is probably going to be a higher B wave, which would still result most likely in a C wave to the downside afterwards. So just be aware of that, because we get tons of new viewers every day, and I just want to avoid that you think that Elliott waves, that was the dog by the way, that Elliott waves in every situation have the same predictive quality or powers, which is not the case. So you need to know that. Otherwise you will get frustrated at the market, you will blame it on manipulators, or you will get frustrated at the analysis, whatever. What we're doing purely here is tracking the micro level count, which again has limited predictive qualities. It can only tell us when this Elliott wave triangle has fulfilled its minimum requirements, which it has done. And now it's just time to be watching for the possible break to the downside when it happens. At the moment, the requirements to complete this triangle, they are fulfilled. But of course, it is now the price that just needs to follow through. So what the analysis tells us is we have a proper Elliott wave triangle in 5 waves: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, and even the E wave is technically full. But when a pattern is full, so we've got the triangle pattern full and we've got this subwave full, which means it has fulfilled all the minimum requirements it needs to fulfill to count as complete. Which again doesn't mean it is complete, because patterns can always extend. But yesterday we talked here about a possible A wave, B wave, C wave, and it could have been complete here, but price didn't follow through. So now we have a possible extension to the upside. It is morphed into a WXY structure, WXY, where in the Y wave we have an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave that could still extend higher eventually, but needs to stay below 30,050. To still keep the triangle alive. So this is now another potential for the bears to follow through to the downside, but I have no strong confirmation they are doing it. As I said to you yesterday, it is really worth waiting for a breakout of the triangle. The first indication of the breakout will be a break of the D wave low. That's actually into the direction that we expect to go, to the downside eventually. Now again, if that happens from the triangle, or if it first does a high B wave and then comes down, is a little unclear. So here probabilities are really close together, but because it is currently just adhering to the Elliott wave count, it's fine. We go with the current situation or the current pattern that we actually see. I mean, you can clearly see we're making lower highs and we're making higher lows. Within the triangle, again, we have a WXY pattern, and it looks like as if it's unfolding as a so-called ascending wedge. In most cases, and it really is the case, it's not just a statistic that doesn't have any practical value. It is indeed the case that in most cases, an ascending wedge would break to the downside. I really rarely see them break to the upside. It happens though, it does happen. It's just that in most cases, it would break to the downside. And then the very first target of a breakout of such a wedge would be the beginning of the wedge. And we talk here about roughly 28,150. But again, to really get a first indication that the triangle is really breaking, we need to see a break below 27,650. Yeah, this low, the D wave low, and then confirmation below 27,210. Yeah, because that's the B wave low. Until these are broken, the triangle can always extend out further. And I sincerely hope we see a break before the weekend, because otherwise it will just become another very, very boring triangle weekend as we had it last weekend as well. But yeah, there is not much more to add at this stage. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit a like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.